So I'm here in Virginia. I'm in my new studio space, which is basically a 2.5-car garage that my host has very generously given me to use. I'm still setting up. What you can't see are the boxes and the Rubbermaid containers and this ginormous ladder I had out yesterday and all day today hanging up plastic on the walls. I'm trying to get things ready for when I actually get to work. I can't remember if today is Wednesday or Thursday. All I've been doing is unpacking and organizing and setting things up, and hoping I don't get too sick in between with the RSD that I have. And I've had a couple big bouts, but there we are. In the past week, I've gone from living in a crappy little apartment filled with cockroaches outside of Pawtucket to living in the vast countryside of Virginia, and it's been a huge change. I've kind of forgotten what trees actually look like when they're not buried in garbage and buildings. I love the adventure of cities, but I love the adventure of being somewhere new, and so here I am, somewhere new. I'm getting ready, on top of all the unpacking and prepping, I'm getting ready to do an event in Fredericksburg in 2 days with it's called Art Attack. It's an annual event called Art Attack, and artists from all over the area come and they paint outside on the sidewalks. And it's organized by a couple of guys, and one of them, I'm sorry, I'm very tired, one of them I met. His name is Gabe, and he and his wife own this really great art studio, teaching space, art gallery in downtown Fredericksburg called Pawn Shop, but it's P-O-N because he's Gabe Pawn. I'm really anxious to build a relationship with these people and to meet some of the artists from around Fredericksburg. It's really such a big change from Pawtucket or Central Falls or East Providence or Cape Cod or New Bedford or Boston, one of the many places some of the many places I've lived in, but or not so many places actually I've lived in, but it's pretty exciting. I get to meet a whole new group of people, and people that work very hard, which I always respect. Now let's keep in mind I have 1 year. I have 1 year here in Virginia, and I can already hear the clock ticking as I unpack, as I organize my things, as I make it into a working studio. I can hear the clock ticking, and I have a list of goals I've got to reach, and I got to make sure that the clock doesn't run out before I reach them. So I'm hoping I get this all cleaned up and set up. I wanted it done by today, but that's not going to happen. I've spent 6 to 7 hours trying to get my phone number switched from the one that everyone has, from the phone, oh, never mind. Trying to switch from one phone plan to another, and it hasn't worked out, so I just picked up a burner phone, and I'm going to work from that. And I mention it and some of the exhaustive issues in this because, let me put down my glasses, a number of people have said to me, I really would love to have a residency. I mean, how lucky are you that this is happening? Yes, I'm very, very lucky. I'm also fairly adept at breaking down and setting up. I did have help. My son helped me move. My neighbors helped me move, get stuff from the second floor, bugs, down to the parking lot. I had help that way. My host helped me unpack. But at the head of all the sorting and packing and unsorting and organizing and reorganizing and doing and da-da-da-da, I have to be at the helm. I have to be the one in charge. And if you decide that you're going to take on a residency, realize you will be in charge. You will be in charge of the heavy lifting. And it's not that easy. Today, like I said, I was dealing with an issue with my phone. And one would think you could just walk into a phone store and say, I have Metro PCS, but they don't like country living at Metro PCS, they like city living. So I need to switch over to your bigger company phone service, which can handle me calling out in the boonies. And you would think it would be that easy, but it's not. Like I said, it's been 6-7 hours today, and I finally just went and bought a burner phone at Walmart. Got a limited, very limited package plan, so I just go, I get so many minutes to do this and do that. And it's stuff like that. It's the minutia that you have to be aware if you're going to take a residency that you will be responsible for. You will be responsible also for finding transportation. I am lucky. My host is letting me use her beater car. I mean, I am very lucky. I expected to get nothing. I brought the little red scooter with me just in case, because I expected nothing. But I have her car. So if you're going to take a residency, you have to think about that. Transportation, communication, and also protecting the host's or the organization's property. As I said, I've been hanging up plastic. I had plastic hanging all against the wall. Kitty, what are you doing? Oh, cat's in the window. He hasn't had so many windows in a long time. And he's just having a blast. But, you know, I need to make sure I don't get paint all over her walls. Even though she said it's quite all right, it's not a big deal. It's a big deal to me. Because in the end, I've also got to clean it up, I feel, when I leave. So, you know, carpeting, there's just like a million tiny little issues that you have to think of. And I know a lot of people who are like, oh, I would love to have that. But I also know a lot of people who are like, I would love to have that, but I want somebody else to do all the work for me. And that's, yes, the cat is efficiently knocking every little screw and push pin I have off my desk. Thank you, Kitty. While he looks at the greater outside world. Anyway, yeah, you have to be willing, you have to remember that you're going to be buying your own food. How do you get around? You know, how do you do these things? Do you have prescriptions? Where is the nearest pharmacy? Where can you get things that are most important to you? You know, like coffee, and kitty food, and kitty litter, and dog food. Where's the nearest groomer? I had to think about that, too. So there's a million things to think about when you go to take up a residency. I had someone talk to me about going to Zurich to paint, possibly going to Zurich to paint. And I went, oh my God. Oh, the list of things that would have to be done. How do I get my pets there? Oh, getting my cat here even. He had to be put on an anti-anxiety medication so he could make the 12-hour drive that turned out being almost 14-hour drive. With, you know, he had to be sedated so we wouldn't freak out. So you know, there's a few things that you have to think of, and I'm hoping by tomorrow I'll be completely set up and I can do a video where we're actually talking about painting and not just, you know, the minutia involved in my little travel piece, because I'm going to talk to you about these drag queens. Oh, the shit. When I pulled it out, when I pulled those guys out, I went, I thought they were done, but we're going to save that for another video, all right? I'm really glad to be talking to you from Virginia, my home for the next year, in my beautiful new studio space. I'm pretty excited. I get to learn about, you know, the rebel side of the Civil War. I'm going to be living in the middle of it. Talk about culture shock. Anyway, ciao.